Oh, yeah, it was very good. Very good. All right, keep it going for your host, Steve Harvey. Yeah. Glad to see him branching out beyond Family Feud these days, huh? A guy's got to stay busy. Wow. No, actually, I've known Dr. B for a few years now. He's a great guy. We met at a reggae festival. We formed a steel drum band called We Be Scabies. Kind of itchy. No, I stuck out like a sore thumb at a reggae festival because I'm about as white as a gluten-free cracker, right? Coincidentally, gluten-free cracker is my mixed martial arts fighting name. Yes. I am white, I'm salty, and I'm quite brittle. I'm really excited to be here and clean comedy at a casino. That's like asking for honesty in politics, isn't it? This is kind of unexpected. I think it's a good thing we're trying to do here. I am excited. It's not just the OxyContin talking right now. Yes, drug references always get a laugh. Listen, I've been overhearing some conversations from some Gen Z people and some millennials, and they're very open about their sexuality. A little TMI, right? And I was talking with one. She introduced herself. She said, "Hi, I'm Polly." I said, "Oh, hi, I'm Mark." And she said, "Well, my name is Tina." I said, "Oh, what, Polly?" Polyamorous. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I think I know what it means. She says, "Well, I will be in a relationship, have relations with anybody. I'm not gay, I'm not straight, I'm not bi, I mean anything." I don't know if that means cross species, I don't know. But Polly, I thought to myself, what an adorable way to tell me you're a whore. You keep polishing that turd, young lady, you'll be a full-blown slut in no time, yes. Bully for you. Wow, talk about rose-colored glasses, huh? Wow. Speaking of whores, I saw that Kristi Noem got fired today. And if that joke annoys you, I just want you to know your annoyance is why I get out of bed in the morning. So, what do you think's a good role for her next? Maybe president of the American Kennel Club? Give the guns to the Labradoodles, see how it sorts itself out? Wow. Oh, wow. So are we psyched for Operation Epic Fury? Is that dripped in enough toxic masculinity for you? I want restitution because Epic Fury, that was the name of my garage band in high school. I want restitution. I want compensation. I'm going to call Saul. Family. Epic Fury. Hey, the administration says they're going to release all of the information about the UFOs. Did you all see this? They're going to release all of that. What's that place in New Mexico? What is it? Studio 54. Yes, that's what it is. That's right. It's a well-known fact that aliens like disco, because that's the way, they like it. It's kind of funny. There was a hint that aliens do like disco. Do you remember the E.T. movie, the extraterrestrial? E.T. Go Home? Yeah, that's what that finger was for. I guess I got to talk about my family, huh? Some of you in the front row are looking at me like you've never seen a tall person before. I know up here I look like King Kong, like I should have a little blonde lady. Yeah, exactly. I had to take time out of my schedule climbing tall buildings and swatting at airplanes to be here tonight, so. Yeah, I'm the middle child of 3 boys, and it's pretty well established in my family that my mother wanted a girl. Pretty well established. There were hints. Every Halloween, she'd say, "Mark, what are you dressing as?" I'd say, "A pirate." She says, "Well, how about a girl pirate?" Slow your roll, Mom. "Well, I'm going to go as a cowboy. Why don't you be a cowgirl?" Then she lost all pretext. She said, "Mark, why don't you just dress as a woman?" I said, "Well, Halloween was 5 months ago." Slow your roll. But then I made a mistake. I made the mistake. I said, Mom, if I had been a girl, what would my... Jan, I didn't even finish the question. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why I keep my hair so short. We did the 23andMe thing. Growing up, I really thought that my father's side of the family was Italian because he talked so much with his hands and spent an enormous amount of time smoking on the toilet. This is the Italian side over here. No, you know how they had a rapid test for COVID, like a little quick test? They have a rapid test for 23andMe, but I think they have to work on it because mine told me I was a Shih Tzu Bulldog mix. So I think they need to work on that. That might be one of the reasons why they're kind of going out of business, actually. Yeah. I was raised Catholic. I went to grammar school at Our Lady of Worthless Miracle. Yeah. We didn't have a lot of school spirit. Our fight song was Que Sera, Sera. Whatever will be, will be. Yeah. So we did the 23andMe, and I had been told my whole life that I have Scandinavian heritage. I'm Swedish, but also I'm French. I have even a little Iroquois Indian. There's some Welsh. I'm a mutt, okay? However, the 23andMe told me that it is a good chance that I'm actually not French. I might actually be German because my DNA shows that I came from the Pyrenees, that mountain range between Germany and France. So I might be German where the mountains rose higher and higher. Yes, that's a Nazi reference at a clean comedy show, people. If you didn't want controversy, they shouldn't have invited me. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so we were driving here tonight. I was driving here in the rain with my lovely and talented wife who's in the crowd somewhere, probably hanging out with all her boyfriends. Yeah, I saw a sign on the highway. It said, drinking and driving has already killed 23 people in Connecticut this year. I thought that's a real buzzkill to read after a couple of beers. Come on. Come on. You got to have something a little cheerier than that. I was driving on the highway a couple weeks ago. I was driving alone in the HOV lane. I got pulled over. So the cop comes up. I wrapped myself in the AIDS quilt. I told him I thought it was the HIV lane. If you laughed at that joke, you just found out an awful lot about yourself. Yeah. I told him my white cell count, and he let me off with a warning. So, you know. I can joke about stuff like that. I've done actually a lot of charity work for medical causes. I used to organize an Alzheimer's fundraiser walk, but I gave it up because people kept forgetting to show up. So, you know. Again, you're finding a lot about yourself if you're laughing at that. This is the fun crowd right here. You guys are dark. I love it. I love it. I love it.
That was a black joke.
No, that wasn't based in race. Oh, he's connecting the Nazi salute to racism. I see what he's doing. No, I'm gonna sue 23andMe. Wow. So let me finish up with a little anecdote for you, okay? I already made the comment about being a tall person. I want you all to realize something, okay? Tall people have feelings too, okay? Height is the only physical characteristic in our society where it's socially acceptable to gawk at it. 6'7", how about you?
Oh, dang.
6'1"? 6 foot? So you're a Lilliputian is what you are. Yes. Sorry. We'll hug it out later. Anyway, think about it. Like, yes, people do fat shame in our society, but there's a bit of a it's not a cool thing to do, but people openly gawk at tall people. Now, think about this. Think of the questions I receive on a daily basis. Wow, do you play basketball? Does height run in your family? Do you have a hard time finding clothes that fit? Right? Now, I want you to take a parallel set of questions and apply them to someone who's, say, morbidly obese. Wow, you are huge. Does obesity run in your family? Let me preach, okay? You must have a hard time finding clothes that fit. Do you sumo wrestle? Do you get excited when you go to a new website and ask you to accept cookies? I'm so glad some of you got that joke. The rest of you need to spend more time on the internet, people. All right, my name is Barak. I'm going to turn it back over to Steve Harvey. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I appreciate you. We'll hug it out later.
Oh.
Yeah.